Did you have a game plan for the end, Greg?
You know what? I didn't have any teammates up there. I don't know if I really had a game plan or not, but I did. In my head, I guess. And I was going to try him coming, through the travel. I was backing up from him right when the caution came out. And I had a chance at him getting into one there. Clint gave me a huge push. And I saw the smoke in the mirror, and I thought, should I go now? Because I'm thinking the caution's going to come out. And it was silence in the radio. So I thought, well, maybe the track's okay. We're going to race back. And so I was backing up on the backstretch to get a run at him. And then the caution came out, and I was like, dang it. I mean, I could have been beside him for sure and taken that chance, but I just didn't know the track. There was a big bumper laying there, and we were going to race back.
Greg, I know you wanted to race for the win, but by the same token, this was an important finish for you guys.
It really was. In our Speedway program, and Doug Yates and everybody on this Window Films Ford Fusion, it kept me a little cooler inside there today. They did a great job getting this car ready, and this is our Daytona 500 car. We had a really, really fast car. And ran in the back for just a little bit, and then wanted to get up front and play with the guys. And, I was able to get up there and made passes by myself, which was pretty impressive, and I was pretty happy with the speed of the car.
See you at Kansas.
Thanks.
Thank you, Steve and Greg. Best finish of the season for Greg Biffle, who led the most laps at 58, but it's all about Denny Hamlin celebrating in the 11th FedEx car. One more live from Talladega on the Sprint post-race show in just a moment. Griff Catering. Post-race show, Denny Hamlin. It was a hot day out there. I don't know if he was quite ready for the mini Gatorade bath, but he is celebrating in victory lane. Dale Earnhardt Jr. led the second most laps and thrilled this great crowd for a while, and Matt Yoakum is standing by with the driver of the 88.
And Dale Earnhardt Jr. swung to the outside. You started forming a third line. Looked like you're going to be in good position in the 98, and McDowell jumped up. Did that blow up your plan of trying to make the run to the front?
Yeah, it killed it. Anytime anybody jumps in the outside line in front of you, they're not, you're not going to shove them on out there, especially a car like that. I mean, I wanted to help him, but it just killed us. And you got to have that track position at the end. We just didn't have it. I knew that we were going to sit there and get boxed in and run in 15th and get wrecked. And we missed a lot of guys that crashed and didn't tear up our car. We'll go to Daytona with this car and try to manage a strategy where we're not giving up, 25 positions in the last 35 laps of the race. We just you got to be up front the entire race if you can. And those guys at the end, 15, 16, and 11. Well, 15 drove up through there, but 11 and 16, those guys managed it real good.
All right, thank you, Dale.
Yes, sir.
Clint Bowyer, you finished third today. Did you have a game plan for the end of that race?
Well, I don't think you ever have really a game plan, but I liked the situation I saw. First of all, NASCAR did the right thing. I mean, when you got cars, crashing, sitting there dead in the water at the finish line, you got to make that call. Bummer situation, though, because I just liked what I saw with Biffle. You knew he was going to pull out and make a move. I had my teammate right behind me. I was really looking forward to that opportunity when Biffle did pull out and make a move. I thought that was a chance for me to get a good push from my teammate and try to pounce on those guys while they were side by side and stalled out. It just didn't happen. Congratulations to Denny Hamlin and Toyota. This is a big win for anybody. Great crowd today, and just a fun racetrack.
Clint, there have been days like today where you've been fast, and for one crazy reason or another, you're not there at the end. How important is this finish?
Well, after last weekend, blew 3 tires and burnt the car to the ground. It was a pretty crummy weekend, to get things turned back around on a positive note. And, I just told Rob, my boss, I turned to him, I looked at all 3 of his cars sitting out here, I said, did you really just finish Talladega with not a scratch in all 3 cars? That's pretty lucky.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Clint. It was a kind of an unusual Talladega. 48 lead changes, the most of any race this year, and the 23 different leaders. Here's our chase grid after 10 races. So really, we're more than a third of the way in terms of getting to the chase. And obviously, Denny Hamlin joining that list of the winners. And again, the points leader after 26, even if he doesn't have a race win, and that's Jeff Gordon at the moment, he would make it into the chase. Denny Hamlin only led 12 laps today, as far back as 35th. But at the end, he is your winner in Talladega. More on the Sprint post-race show in a moment. On the Sprint post-race show, Denny Hamlin, who skipped the off-season vacation to focus on conditioning and rehab. He dealt with injury and in victory lane for the first time this year as we check the official results, because this is the 3rd Talladega race out of the last 4. We ended under caution. They had to go back to video and officially check the finishing order after Hamlin. You see Biffle 2nd. Clint Bowyer with a terrific finish. Landon Castle at 11th. Kyle Busch 12th. Austin Dillon, the rookie in the 3 car. And on this page, Danica Patrick 22nd, and Michael Waltrip, who was as high as 3rd in the 66 Blue Death car, joining us here now in the Hollywood Hotel, still in his fire suit after driving 500 miles at 200 miles per hour. And thanks for joining us. You okay? How did you describe what it was like out there?
It was tense, and my car was so loose, and I think we saw that more than we anticipated today. Guys were really right on the edge of control. You needed some adjustments to get your car tightened up, and you needed that all-important track position. I'll tell you what, my car had one set of tires that vibrated so bad I couldn't hardly see. Once we got that squared away, we got the handling better. But, man, Chris, when you restart with just 2 or 3 laps to go, and they're 4 wide, 3 deep in front of you, where do you go? I could not find anywhere to go. So we just survived and got a top 25 minutes.
I don't have a helmet. You're sweating at it. We appreciate you hustling. Well, how about Denny Hamlin? I know you've talked to him, spent a lot of time. He only led 12 laps in this race.
But he was so strong at the end, and I love the way he was focused on the finish of the race. I watched up there, and he just kept that lower line blocked off. But what I love about Denny Hamlin more than anything is his commitment. You talked about going to the gym and getting in better shape. I think his back injury at California a couple of years ago really woke him up to say, I need to get my muscles stronger so I can rehab quicker and be ready to get in the car quicker. He's done that. We work out in the gym together. He is in great shape, and I think today you needed to be physically tough so you could be mentally ready for the tight battle at the end. Racing a couple inches apart from another guy at 200 miles an hour, blocking people, taking their lane away from them, that's a really tough mental job.
And the best race for Michael Waltrip Racing this season. Clint Bowyer was 3rd. We talked to him, one of your other drivers, Brian Vickers, wound up 4th. Steve Burns is with him.
Well, Brian Vickers, good comeback today. You guys had to overcome some adversity on pit road, and tell us about your afternoon.
You know, the guys, they've done a great job this year. We just had a little mishap, and obviously you hate to have those, but everyone on the Aaron's Dream team did a great job for the Aaron's Dream weekend. We were so close to winning this thing. The camera was strong. Once we got our track position back, we were able to hang in there. I felt me and Clint were going to go jump to the outside, and the 47 got me sideways. We lost momentum, but it was still it's a good day when you're disappointed with 4th.
You got a chance to debrief with Clint. Would you guys have gone together there at the end?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't want to go by myself, but we at least needed 2 guys, if not 3. I knew the 47 was going to go low, but I think that he and I had enough momentum out of 4. We could have made something happen, but it's still a long ways back around. We were going to have someone fill in the gap behind us, but I'm sure they would have. It's such a tough decision. And then once the 47 got me sideways, the momentum was broken for the rest of the lap.
What does this say for your organization, too, to finish as well as you did?
That says a lot. You know, MWR is it's a great company. It's come a long ways, and just really proud of everyone back at the shop. People forget how much goes into these teams. I mean, it's more than just us, and even these guys in the spit box. There's a lot of hard-working people back home at MWR, the race shop, and also at Costa Mesa TRD out in California building speed engines.
Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
He proudly wears the Aaron's Fire suit. Denny Hamlin, your winner, the 33-year-old from Chesterfield, Virginia, continues to celebrate here on the Sprint Post Race Show. Time for the Toyota Let's Go places, and we look ahead to the Sprint Cup race coming up in Kansas. It's 1.5 miles, and for the first time, we're going to be under the lights in that race. Matt Kenseth won last year. And of course, Denny Hamlin does have a win there. That should be fun.
Yeah, I think he won the year before. So as we get in our Toyotas and go places to Kansas, it's a great racetrack for Clint Bowyer. It's his hometown, so he'll be fired up to go there as well. I have to say this, Chris. Denny Hamlin said I had to say he can lift more weight than me and hit a golf ball further, and that way he'll wait for me to give me a ride home.
Yeah, and now he, of course, has a victory like you do at Talladega. So yeah, used to have that on him. How about Toyotas, though, coming into this race? Weren't sure if they had enough, at least late. Where did they find it today?
You know, I think it's just driving today. Everybody's cars are so tight. Denny put himself in the right spot late in the race, and he was able to fend off all those pushes. He did a great job. The cars, Chris, are so close together, the driver can really make a difference here at Talladega these days because of the parity of the competition.
All right, good pair. Darian Grubb, crew chief with Denny Hamlin. Part of survival. Hamlin had to lead 6 different times. He didn't know if there was a green-white checker coming. He wins under caution. Thus, the celebration continues in Alabama. We'll be back in a moment. Warm day in May here at Talladega. We continue on the Sprint Post Race Show. Thanks for staying with us. It was a rather intriguing Talladega race that Denny Hamlin wound up winning. It was a year ago when Hamlin, injured, couldn't race. He sat here with us as a guest at the Hollywood Hotel when you raced. You're in the rain, Phil, and spent all kinds of time chatting. Congrats to him. Other observations from today?
Just really impressed with A.J. Allmendinger and that team. They're top 5 today. They were 6th at Richmond a couple weeks ago. They continue to get better and better. Kyle Larson will win in 2014. I believe that. Another solid run for that young man. And then one last thing, Denny Hamlin is stronger than me. I got to make sure I got that in.
And good job avoiding some spectacular wrecks out there. Glad that all the drivers were okay. It's a difficult thing to do. Tonight on Fox, animation domination. It starts with Bob's Burgers, American Dad, The Simpsons, Family Guy, A Space-Time Odyssey. And as we mentioned, victory lane, we'll have a lot more time to talk to Michael about what went on. I want to get his view of those crashes and the Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, little verbal sparring, Fox Sports 1 at 8 Eastern next Saturday night. It's the first night race in Kansas. Should be a lot of fun. And coverage beginning at 7 Eastern. That's on Fox. And, of course, on Fox Sports 2, we will have race day.
That Kansas race is an event. There's a great atmosphere there at Kansas Speedway, and you're going to have fun watching that one.
10 races in, still drivers looking for the first win of this season. Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, but you can cross off Denny Hamlin. He got his W here at Talladega. For Michael Waltrip, the driver, the broadcaster, I'm Chris Myers, our entire crew. Thanks for watching NASCAR on Fox and be a part of it all. We'll see you next weekend. All right, have a good one.